we go.
Happy hump day, Kaci.
Happy hump day.
Happy hump day.
Yes. Oh, I like a little vibrato. We are humping and vibratoing our way to Friday. Guys, we're almost there. Almost there.
Not quite.
They don't like our musical. We do.
I feel like I live in a Disney movie all the time.
I'm a princess.
I definitely want all 5 love languages.
Okay, you guys, speaking of love languages, we're going to shift right into our Clairs. Those could be love languages.
Maybe we should do our intro.
Oh, that would be good. Hello, I'm Kaci Carlson.
And I'm Kalina Converse.
We are Medium Mixology.
Okay, so today
Cheers.
we are drinking. It's wine.
We're doing a little bit of sparkling red wine with some cranberry juice, and she is lovely.
She is lovely.
Yeah, we like
It's
that.
taking me back to summer vibes.
Oh, yeah. We did a lot of wine in the summer recordings.
Yeah, like sangrias and berries. All the
So
berries.
refreshing.
But also, I almost grabbed the pina colada mix for today's episode, and I was like, whoa, hold the phone. Like,
Don't get too crazy. It's not July.
no, but like maybe if we do pina coladas, it'll make us feel like we're like,
On the beach,
yeah.
half dressed.
But in a couple weeks, we'll be on the beach half dressed.
Oh, we will. Oh, damn, girl. I got to shave.
In Costa
It's
Rica.
been a hot minute.
Ew.
Yeah, no, it's like probably been like a year. Yeah, no, we're going to Costa Rica. I'm joking. It's been like a month. It's
My
fine.
situation is always situation.
You know what? Because she has brown hair, so she did the electrocution. What is it?
I electrocuted myself.
She shocked every nerve in her body. What is it called?
And by nerve, she means hair off my body.
She did the hair removal, and because I'm redhead and it's blonde, they won't do me. I mean, I like if someone would do me.
I know a lot of people that would do you.
Well,
Number 1 name is Adam.
Adam.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Nothing to. Oh.
Oh, we got a thumbs down. Wait,
Okay.
is this live? Who just gave us a thumbs down?
No, but every now and then I go back and rewatch the video. We will be sitting here talking to each other, no movement, and we'll get a thumbs up.
Okay, but what does that mean? Is somebody, are you watching?
There.
Tell us if you're watching.
Is anybody out there?
I seriously feel like it's probably spirit messing with us.
Yeah, all
And
the
that
time.
would not surprise me.
Okay, if Spirit is here, give us another thumbs up or a thumbs down.
30-second pause for effect. We got nothing. You know what? Haters are going to hate. Okay, let's do, to date, while Kalina collects herself, give us just a moment.
Today, I have tuberculosis.
Today, we are doing...
That's nothing I do. Tuberculosis.
Okay. We're going to push pause. Kalina, delete this. This is your note. Q, delete.
So today we're set up a little bit differently if you're joining us on YouTube. Last time we were sitting in a pile of pillows on the floor.
ground.
The time before that we were sitting in chairs.
We're still sitting in chairs, but we have a table in front of us.
So
we're feeling very official, y'all.
Yeah, we're just testing out the vibes.
Yeah.
And Kaci was like, I always wanted to be a newscaster. And I was like, you know what? That really resonates with me. So let's go ahead and have notes and a paper in front of
The screen, because we are professionals.
yeah. This
So.
fully makes us more professional.
100%.
With our hot pink and hot yellow
It's
neon hot pink.
microphone cover.
Yeah, so like my mic, if you if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, our microphones are always really vibrant colors.
Kind of like a clown's nose.
Kind of with their personalities.
Sometimes we play around.
And squeeze them.
What? Kalina likes to squeeze around tips. It's
Always.
fine.
Nobody likes just the tip, Kaci.
I mean, I agree, but this is the tip of the mic, right? You're going to have so much editing to do.
No, I'm keeping it.
She's
Okay.
keeping it. So today we are doing Clairalience. Would you like to do chills of the week?
You can start.
Okay. So listen to this, you guys. Here's my
love
chills of the
chills of
week.
this.
Okay. I was washing the windows. I know that sounds weird, but as one does. I really do wash. In fact, I washed them today, literally. But this story was a couple months ago, and I'm using it for the week. It's fine. But I do wash my windows at least once a month. I'm a weirdo like that. So I like to have my curtains open. I like to have the light come in. I like to have a clear window.
Okay.
It just helps with my anxiety. I don't know why. So I was outside washing the windows and I heard someone yell in my ear, Mom. And I was like, Mother trucker. And I turned and jumped and I was like, who? And then I heard Brian and I was like, Brian, that's my 15-year-old. It's my middle child. I'm like, so I yelled, I'm like, Brian, why are you yelling at me? You just like gave me a full-on heart attack. Homeboy was downstairs. We just got another thumbs down. Homeboy was, I'm not done with my story. Give me a minute. I'm going to get to the punchline. You give me a thumbs up.
Thumbs down.
I know,
They're
right?
like, get to the story.
I'm trying. So he was downstairs in the basement. And I was like, Brian, why are you yelling at me? You scared me. I seriously thought he jumped in, yelled at me, and then ran inside. And I'm like, he does do cross country. So like he can go fast, right? So I was like, homeboy just like darted out of here. And so my girls were in the living room and they were like, Mom, Brian is downstairs. And I was like, no, it was a young boy that yelled at me. And they were like, no, he's downstairs. And I was like, oh, Spirit just terrified me. And they thought it was funny.
Oh my God.
I know. And like, that was all I got. I didn't get a message. They're just messing with me. Thought it would be funny to play a joke and make me jump while I'm washing windows.
That is crazy.
Like all my life though, I would have said it was my teenager because it was so clear as day, like a young boy's voice in my ear. So weird. I don't know. That's all I got.
That is crazy. Okay, I'm going to share a chills of the week, but it's kind of something that happens every week, so I never really use it, but it's worth mentioning.
Okay.
So I'm sitting in yoga teacher training, as one does, and we're all sitting in a circle, as we do.
Yes.
And as we're sitting in a circle, I'll be lecturing, and I'll hear a question asked in somebody's head, and then I will turn and look at them and be like, yes. Or no, or did you want to ask that out loud? And so it's like I'm hearing people's thoughts without them vocalizing it. Well, I have a brand new yoga teacher training class that just started in the last week. And some of them know each other, some of them are new, most of them are new to each other. And I have one brand new girl that I've never met before. And they're all in there. And as I'm lecturing, I'm talking about the philosophy of yoga, I hear somebody asking a question, but I simultaneously hear another girl ask a question. And I turned to look at both of them and I was like, hold on for 1 second and I'll answer your question. And then I turned to the other girl and I was like, yes, your question is yes. And they were all like, oh. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, that is. But did they think it was fun or were they freaked out?
Most of them know me by now.
So they know.
So they're just like, oh yeah. Okay. But I think it shocks people. I don't know. When you hear it, it's like strong. So it's almost like it's your own voice.
And you honestly think they said it out loud.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're like,
so
what?
Sometimes I don't recognize that they're not saying it out loud. And sometimes I'm just like, yes, I'm going to get to you. And with these people, I'm close enough with them that I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me just tap into your thoughts.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I've had that with my kids, especially. I feel like I can get that with my kids, that they will ask a question and I feel like I heard it and I answered it in my head. And then they'll go to ask the question. I'm like, I already answered you. They're like, I am just now asking you, Mom. I'd never asked you this. I'm like, actually, I swear you already asked me and I answered.
Yes.
And it's hard to describe. It's almost like time lapses or it's like deja vu or I don't know. It's hard to explain
like,
that I'm like, this happened.
Yeah.
And then you kind of feel a little crazy.
Absolutely. One of my students who they all know because they're my advanced yoga teacher training class. They all know me by now. And so one of them was like, whenever I'm around you, if I don't want you to tap in my thoughts, I start speaking in a different language because I'm like, oh, she won't be able to.
Not going to get this.
Yes. Or I'll start reciting poetry or like a song. So you're not like tapping in. And I'm like, that's so funny because it doesn't actually work like that. Sometimes I'll just be in the middle of a thought or a sentence speaking out loud and I will feel or pick up or see or hear whatever that thought or that question or whatever. And so it draws my attention, but that thought or question has to be pretty loud. Yeah. I don't just know everybody's thoughts all the time.
No, yeah, it's not. And that's like impossible, isn't it? That's total superpower.
I have my own thoughts.
Yes.
But sometimes I'll tap into other people's thoughts that aren't even in the same room as me. And I'll be like, oh, this person. And we do that with each other.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like, I'm like, oh, Casey's having a rough day. Or, oh, Kalina is Marco Poloing me right now. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I did that with my friend today. I heard her say, I want to talk to Kaci. And so I called her and she's like, I was literally about to text you. I'm like, I felt it.
Is this a mutual friend of ours?
No, but you have met her.
Okay.
Yeah, you've met her. And I was like, I know that sounds weird, or maybe it gets annoying to hear that sometimes. Sometimes I almost worry if they're getting bothered with me being like, yeah, I felt that. I know I heard that.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm trying to be like, oh, I always know. That's not it. I just am like, oh yeah, I felt that. Like, what's up? I heard you thinking of me. And for you and I, you're like, yeah.
I
totally get it.
I can just call you in at any time.
Yes.
I'm like, Casey. I'm like, try it in the next
do you
week.
hear me? Oh yeah, do it. See if I can feel it.
I totally
will.
Let's
test it out. That'll be a good game
Try
for
me
us. Too. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We'll report back.
Okay. Awesome. All right, this week we are talking about Clairalience, which is smelling. Clear
Spirit.
Smelling, yeah.
Right? Yeah,
So,
this one is not as strong for me.
this is one of the last clairs that developed for me. It took many years of developing the other clairs, and I'd say in the last year, really 6 months to a year, it has really become very strong.
That's so cool. I feel like I've had some of it come through, and I think I talked about it on one of our other episodes. It's starting to, little by little, but I would not say it's my strongest at all.
Yeah. I think a lot of times people don't recognize the world around them. And so you know this from hanging out with me so much, but a lot of times I'll smell something and I'll look at you and I'll be like, wait, can you smell that too, or is it just me?
Yeah.
Like, I smell gasoline. Do you smell it, or is that just me?
Yeah.
Right? So, like, it's kind of like crazy for people who aren't.
They're not used to that.
Yeah, because they're like, yes, I smell gasoline. Like, can't everyone? Or no, what are you talking about?
My friend, she'll start to smell smoke, like someone smoking. And that's her sign that her grandpa is coming through. He was a big time smoker. I feel like that's a common one. Don't you feel like it's kind of like people smell smoke?
Cigarette smoke is pretty easy to get.
It's like a strong smell.
When I'm doing readings, I'll get cigarette smoke, cigar smoke. I'll also get perfumes.
Yeah.
Or I'll get floral scents as perfumes. Like, you smell them. A lot of times I'll get baking. So, like, if somebody was a baker.
Okay, I have gotten that, where I can smell like chocolate chip cookies, and then I'll see like the cookie sheet. And then I'm like, did your grandma have like a cookie recipe she was known for? It? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it will start to come in.
Or cooking. Like, if there is like a home cooked, like, it's always like lasagna for me, or like a home cooked, like, really meaty, hearty dish.
Like comfort food.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, your grandmother was a cooker for the family. Like, she really liked baking or cooking or whatever it was. And I'll smell those. And then it makes me hungry.
Oh my God. You're like, well, now I'm craving it. Thanks, Spirit. You're like, thanks a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's kind of fun. So whether it's grandma's favorite perfume or maybe a phantom smell of cookies. This episode right here, we're going to dive into how to tap into that, Claire, and really what all the meanings are. But let's start with the game.
We're going to do a little game. We're going to be like scent detectives. And so we're going to play. One player is going to describe an intuitive scent they've experienced. It could be like roses, cigars, like we said, baking, cookies, fresh bread. The other one is going to try to guess its meaning or what spirit might be behind it.
Okay, I actually love this game. And I love this game because as psychic mediums, we get signs and symbols, and we talk all the time about what our signs and symbols are, and sometimes they're the same. So we talked about this a little bit before. My sign for Hawaii is that big hibiscus flower, and your sign for Hawaii
is like palm trees.
Yeah, but my sign for an argument is like two fists bumping into each other, like discord. What's your sign for an argument?
I think mine is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be that'll be the sign. And then I'll start to feel how I feel when I'm in an argument.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of our signs are the same.
Yeah.
A lot of our signs and symbols are different. So this one's actually kind of fun because I'll be able to ask you like what this sign or symbol means for you.
Yeah.
And then you can tell me what it means to you. And it may or may not be the same for me. So
yeah, that is good.
Tap into that.
I like it.
Do you want to go first or do you want me
to? You go ahead.
Okay. So I have experienced, I don't know if I've told you this because we talk, but this one's really trigger warning. I always feel like I said that. Burning flesh. Or not flesh, just burning.
Okay. What would you get for that?
So anything that's
not
burning.
even flesh, but just burning.
Yes, like something is burning on fire. And it almost smells like not a rotting smell, but like I can feel.
Oh, is it like a disease?
Yes.
Like cancer?
Yes.
Okay.
So my symbol, anytime if I walk by somebody, I'm like, ooh, I smell burning. I turn and look at them. And it's like, I think it's the chemotherapy or the radiation.
Yeah.
Even if they don't go through chemotherapy or radiation or anything like that.
That's your symbol for cancer.
Yes. So if they have passed, my symbol for that is the smell of burning.
The smell. Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting. I think like the most common one, because like I said, I don't get this a lot, but the most common one is what I already said would be the smell of like cookies. For me, that's like
grandmother baking.
Yes.
Or relative baking.
Totally. And usually it's almost always feminine, which I know that's like, of course, generic. A lot of women love baking for sure. It's more common for women. Yeah. But yes, what you said is grandma.
And normally when I get that, I'll get, was that like your comfort, or do you have that recipe and she wants you to know that she's with you when you're baking that? She appreciates you following, like carrying on the family recipe, that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay. I have another one. What about burnt popcorn?
Burnt popcorn. What would I feel for that? I don't know. What do you translate that as?
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Okay. I was like, because I
cannot figure out the sign symbol, and I get it every now and then in a reading. It's burnt popcorn. It's very different than the burning smell of before. It very, very much smells like burnt popcorn.
Do you feel like afterwards you have felt some type of childhood memory come through? Like if you think back on it, do you feel like it was like almost like childhood trauma? I don't know why. That's what I just felt.
I don't know. And I really haven't really tried to tap into it. But I'm like, ooh, okay, smell burnt popcorn. What does that mean? To me, I think maybe babysitter. Like where you babysat a lot. Because like babysitters would burn popcorn to me.
Oh, and I don't know why I felt
because
like
every microwave is different. Yeah. My microwave here in the studio always burns popcorn. There's something about like the popcorn button that burns. So maybe that's like yoga or studio. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
Got to figure that one out. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. What else?
See what else comes up. I don't know. So like I had said in the last podcast, I think it was 1 or 2 ago, I talked about the blueberries, but the blueberries, it came through as blueberries and then it smelled burnt. And I didn't, like, I was just having a good time dancing, listening to the Raz at a concert. And I didn't really like lean it. That's the first time I have smelt burnt blueberries. What would you get from that?
A bad baker. Somebody who loved baking but was bad at it, or a memory of like baking with somebody and everything burnt. Like a very distinguished.
Yeah. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
I know.
That is an interesting one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about the smell of like, sometimes every now and then I'll get like cow manure or like a farm.
Then for me, it would be like a direct, what you would think it would be. Like they were a rancher, a farmer.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly it. So like they lived like in the Midwest or they were farming or something like that.
Montana.
Cattle. Yes. So also I've heard other psychic mediums say like if they smell manure, that means this person is kind of like full of shit.
Oh, that's a good way to translate that.
There's a lot of different. So, and the more you're aware of it, and I think part of it is when you're reading somebody or just paying attention to the world around you. If you're talking to somebody or you're at the grocery store, and I think very rarely do we stop and go, what am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I feeling? What am I getting?
And what am I smelling?
Yes. Yeah. And when you do that, I think you realize, oh my gosh, the world is actually very alive and you are always smelling something.
Yeah.
So like the smell of coffee.
Yeah. And I would think that person was like an early riser. I instantly think morning. I don't know why. Yeah.
I would think mother energy.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom always drank coffee in the mornings.
Oh, that's so fun. And I think we've talked about this before. Spirit is going to give you signs and symbols, whether it's your clairalience, which is your scent, or what you're seeing, feeling. They're going to give you symbols that connect for you. So you would think mother, and for some reason I think morning. So like we said, ours are going to be different.
Spirit is very smart in being able to deliver those messages how we most will receive them.
Yeah.
And so if I were to give you the symbol of drums and say, hey, I don't know why, but I saw drums for you. It's not necessarily about what that means for you. It's more, I received the drums. So what does that mean for me?
Yeah.
Because that's how I have to deliver it.
It's true.
So part of our work really is discovering all of the signs and symbols, which can take years and years and years.
Yeah, to put like your whole book together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we both have a book.
Yeah.
Just for signs and symbols.
Mm-hmm.
And mine is separated by like occupations. And then it is separated by roles, like mother, father, cousin, aunt, uncle, like my symbol for that. It's separated by, I have all 50 states on there, what my sign is for all 50 states.
Oh, I need to add to mine.
For locations like hospital or,
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I need to be more specific with mine. Categories.
So a lot of times when I'm sitting in the morning, I'll actually like meditate on show me my sign or symbol for a doctor versus a nurse. Right. And so then I kind of like put those in my reference library. So if I'm doing a reading, I can pull them up. And sometimes they switch or change.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. We have another game.
Okay. Do you want to tell it?
Yeah. So we are going to do a phantom fragrance challenge. So what we've done is we have written down a scent and each of us wrote it on a paper. We're going to give it to the other person and the other person has to use their intuition to try and guess what the scent is.
Okay.
And you guys can follow along and kind of help. And you're not going to be able to feel the energy from the paper, but obviously the scent isn't in the paper. So why don't you go first, Case?
I don't know why the first thing that came up was bittersweet. I thought sweet, and then I got bittersweet. Bittersweet came through stronger than just sweet. I don't know what that means. Maybe it is bitter. Hold on, let me say it with a little bit
longer.
Try
and smell instead of feeling.
Okay. So did you do like a specific scent? It could be anything. It could be vanilla. It could be,
I did a very specific something.
Okay. I got flowers for some reason. Jasmine, roses, tulips. I know why I'm feeling flowers. Is it floral?
If you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah, tell me.
Open it.
I'm like, bittersweet. Freshly mowed grass. Oh, okay. I like that. So it wasn't flowers, something grown in the ground, but yeah, freshly mowed grass. Okay. I love that smell, by the way.
Okay. I am going to try and smell yours. Okay. And this is actually kind of hard because to set the scene or the stage, so to speak, for our podcast today, we actually lit incense.
I know, it's throwing me off. I keep smelling it and clearing my throat because it's like getting
it's really smoky.
Yeah.
So it is like wafting towards us. So I don't know if we're actually going to
really get it,
pick up on anything other than the incense. But here we go. I keep hearing would this be a doTERRA oil?
I mean, I don't think so.
Maybe it's because we just talked about baking, but I'm smelling a baking thing like an apple pie or something.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you? You want to keep going? I mean, that's not it, but I can go down that path. I'm not going to say, forget everything I just said and go back to whatever.
Okay,
like, just dismiss it.
Okay.
I always tried to help the psychic.
I feel grandmother energy, but I'm feeling and I'm not smelling. So like I'm feeling, okay. I am almost a weird smell like in an old house. I don't know what is it. Can I look at it?
Yeah, you can. It's almost like you were starting to get sour.
Oh,
but I was thinking like green apples. To me, those are sour, and you said apple pie. Okay. And that's why I was like, yeah, I can see how you got there. Yeah. I don't know. Did that mess
sour, pungent? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That was the first thing that came to mind. That was good. It's good practice for us.
Yeah, it was really good. Okay, so any stories?
Oh, we got to take a drink because we both got it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Okay. What kind of psychics are we? Any stories about times you have smelt any?
You know, I've smelt dirt, and I think that was like way in the very beginning. And I almost wonder, because I really didn't know at the time, but now that I'm tapping back into it, I almost wonder if that was more the burial of that person, literally burying them into the dirt. You know what I mean? Because it hasn't come up since. And so I don't.
So maybe that's a symbol for a funeral.
Yeah, it totally could be. I'm going to ask my guides and meditate on it. But yeah, I haven't had a lot.
Are you super sensitive to smell?
No, I mean, obviously when I'm pregnant, it's so bad for me to where I'll throw up if it smells bad. Like I'm really sensitive, but when I'm not pregnant, I mean, I just don't notice it as much. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as, I need more zinc, you guys. I need more zinc. I don't smell things as strong.
I am very sensitive
Are you?
to smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if somebody walks past me and they have any sort of perfume or anything, it doesn't gross me out. Like I like smells, but I was like, oh, okay, I can definitely smell it. Or if somebody's been smoking, I can generally smell that. If somebody,
for sure, that I can.
Yeah, the smell of rain in Arizona is one of my all-time favorite smells.
Brings me back to childhood.
I love the smell of Arizona rain.
I do too. It's almost because it's this dehydrated, almost fasting, starving, dry desert finally gets what it's been craving
and it's like
for.
The dirt and the rain together is just
it's like magic.
It is like magic. It's really hard to put into words.
Yes.
And so even like if I wake up and we're inside and it's not cloudy yet or anything like that, I can almost sense the rain through smell before it even comes in.
Yeah.
So if it's going to like rain like on
you kind of smell
Thursday and it's like Monday, I will like wake up and I'll be like, oh, I smell the rain.
It's coming. I can see that. Yeah. I feel like I probably have had that where I'm like, I smell rain, but it hadn't rained yet.
Yes.
And that probably is from being a desert rat. Like I said, like born and raised here, I can like feel it, smell it. And it's almost like I feel like where you're fasting and you break your fast, whether you do intermittent fasting or as part of your religion, and you finally get to eat. That's how it feels like. The rain comes in and you smell it. It's just so satisfying.
It is so satisfying. And there's something about the dirt in Arizona hitting.
Yeah.
Like it's different than like a wet rain. Like
Seattle. They don't notice that smell. Yeah.
Seattle or California. I feel like it's very like salty smell, right?
Yeah.
Like very like oceanic smell.
Yes.
And in the Midwest, anywhere in the United States in the Midwest, I feel like it's like farmy rain. Like, a different dirt smell, a different, it's like a grass. I can almost
smell it right now.
Yes. And so I just feel like there's something magic about Arizona rain.
There really is. We just don't get enough of it. I think that too. So we're like, it's like once every now and then.
Okay. So how to tune in to Clairalience. I really feel like the best way is to pay attention to the smells around you.
Yeah. And I keep thinking that's going to come through stronger for me because I love smells of like herbs, how you're saying essential oils. It speaks to my soul. Like I love it when I smell an herb or an essential oil. It just fills me up. So I don't know, maybe I need to sit with that more and just like how you said, what is my sign for this smell? What does lavender really mean for me? What is jasmine? What is, I will say sometimes when I'm doing Reiki on people, which is energy work and my hands are either lightly touching them or hovering over them, I will get a sense of smell. And a lot of times it's what they need. So like if they need more rooting, I might smell more earthly smells. Yeah.
Or like floral smells if they're needing a little more self-love. Like, so a lot of times smells will also come in during Reiki.
It is connected to also like an emotion, like you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense.
But you can also use smells to kind of trigger that too. So if you're working on your Clairalience, take a bottle of lavender and sit with it and be like, this means peace to me. This means comfort. This means healing. This means, whatever it means. Lavender to me is very much my grandmother and my mother because they love lavender.
I was about to say lavender for me is my mom.
Yeah.
It totally is. Yeah. She would use so much lavender. Yeah. Always the essential oils, but lavender specifically, it's almost like, so I will get it, but I'm not like tapping into any spirit or anyone's energy. I will walk into my mom's house and she won't have lavender diffusing or even use essential oils in weeks, but I like smell it. I think it's like that knowing. I'm like, oh, this is familiar to me.
Yeah. It's a comfort smell. So to me that lavender is comfort. So
that makes sense.
I love that. And so different scents will definitely bring up different feelings and emotions in people.
Yeah, for sure.
Of, oils, smoke, food, different things like that.
Yeah. Oh, should we play Smell the Truth? That sounds fun.
That does. Okay, so each player makes up a smell-related story. I once smelled roses at a haunted house, or I sniffed out my lost car keys by accident. The group votes on whether the story is true, false, or psychic.
Okay, that's fun.
Ooh, that is fun.
Yeah.
True or false. It can also be psychic. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Scent related. And we didn't pre-read
so
this.
So we didn't. So not one just came to me. Okay. So I was at a public pool and my friend, she couldn't find her towel and her mom was very specific. Like, do not lose this beach towel. I just bought it for you. And she's like, okay, yeah, no, I know. Well, she of course lost it. And so we're like, okay, we can find this. We can do it. Naturally, I start praying like the very religious girl in me. I was like, we're going to find it. We got it. Please help us to find it. And then I started to smell chlorine, but like we're at a public pool. So obviously you smell chlorine. But I was like, no, I feel like, okay, that's God telling me this is where it is. And so I kept almost following that trail, but it was so distracting because the whole big, huge public pool is all chlorine. It's like coming up in waves. And I kept following it, but I think it was more like feeling, and it kind of led me to this bench, and underneath the bench in the right left corner by the bench leg was her towel. And I'm like, is this it? And it was like wadded up on this tight little ball. And I'm like, this is your towel, right? She's like, oh my word, how'd you find that? And I'm like, I don't know. I think God told me, but like I smelled chlorine. So which was that?
True.
No. I literally just made that up just now. It's not a strong Claire for me. I had to really sell it to you because I was like, Kalina
that was
knows.
So detailed.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, obviously this is true because there's so much detail.
And normally I feel like you can tell if I'm lying. So I was like, I got to sell this to Kalina because she knows. She'll be able to know. She'll feel it.
No, I totally was like, oh yeah, okay. No, she's totally in this.
It's all in the details.
And then
guys.
Also, yeah, it is. The lies are in the details. And the whole time I'm low key listening to you, but also thinking, shit, which one am I going to tell? So like,
yeah, you're like half listening, half trying
like I'm listening to your words, but not your energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Let me I'm ready. I was sick. I have to be very careful here.
Okay. I
was sick. And I got COVID. And the year was 2021. 2020-ish. I got COVID. And the scent of COVID to me is a very distinguished scent. And so I had it. It passed. Everything was great. And every time I did Reiki after that, if somebody came in and was just getting over COVID or COVID majorly affected them in their body, I could smell COVID on them still.
Oh, that's a good one. So I started to feel psychic. And then I was like, is she messing with me? And it's false. And then I started to feel psychic again. Was it psychic?
Okay, so it's kind of a trick story. So that did happen.
Okay.
But it wasn't the smell, it was the taste. I could taste COVID. Okay. So it's kind of like,
okay, yeah.
And I know that sounds weird because like tasting COVID is gross, but like it had a very distinguished taste to me. Yeah. And so ever since I had it, every time somebody came in and laid and I did Reiki on them, or if they were just getting over a sickness, or if it took a major role in their health, meaning like
they felt the repercussions after.
Yes, I actually physically tasted that, which is so weird.
That is super weird. It's really cool though. I mean, it is weird.
No, it's not.
I mean, no, but
other people's COVID.
No, it's not. But like, I'd be like, girl, let me know if I'm getting a virus. But that's why I was like asking before, can we, like, I know you smell it, but then like the taste and the smell so close for me.
It is.
Like an example was like Lost Keys. So I would like taste the metal.
Oh yeah.
Almost like pulling me, like I almost like taste metal in this area. You know, like is it over, the keys are over here? Before I would smell it, I feel like I taste before smell.
I taste things too.
Okay, yeah. So it's like I feel like that one
comes
like
through
more
faster than pretty.
They're so close. Yeah. Like anatomically, literally, they're so close. Smell, taste, right there.
And I think a lot of things you smell taste a certain way, and a lot of things
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like vice versa. So I don't know. That's why I was like, the smell will come in, or the taste will come in, and then maybe I'll smell a little.
Are you energetically affected by smell? Like, are you sensitive to that? So like, if you do you have
like I'll have an emotional response to a certain smell, for sure.
So whenever I smell cleaning supplies, it immediately makes me want to get up and start scrubbing stuff.
Oh, when I smell cleaning supplies, I've got cleaning supplies. I will get grandma and dad, and that's my dad's mom. I will get my grandma first, and my dad is right behind her.
Interesting.
Like their energy will come through like that.
I don't know if I've ever got them in a reading, but like if I actually physically smell it, I'm like, I need to clean.
Yeah. No, like the smell, I guess, has come through with my grandma if I'm working on my dad. But she was like on her hands and knees in her 70s scrubbing her kitchen floor. She was OCD clean freak. And my dad is very similar. Like he burned his lungs, literally had like lung damage from the chemicals.
Bleach is like a cover up to me. If I smell bleach, I feel like something is covered up.
Like that makes sense. They're covering their tracks.
Yes, that's like, exactly what it is.
Burn all the details. Yes. Yeah, all the evidence.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Bleach is like covered up.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, the smell of laundry detergent is a big one too. Like very clean, very like that's very grandmother energy to me. Like very like tidy, neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping the house in order.
Uh-huh. I'm going to tap more into that's what I want to try and do this year. Try to tap more into the smells. I think I go straight to the ones that are stronger, what I feel, see, hear, and like, but I would love to work on this one more.
Yeah, this is
see what one. See what different scents mean to me.
All right, let's wrap it up. So Clairalience is the Clair
for smell, scent.
For Clair scent. And we have gone through, what have we all gone through so far?
Oh, haven't we done all of them?
Not yet.
No.
We've got a couple left.
Yeah.
So we've done clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance.
That's sight.
Yeah.
Clairsentient.
Clairsentient.
That's clair feeling. Mm-hmm. Claircognizant.
That's knowing.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Clairaudience. Hearing. And then this one is
Clairalience,
which is smelling. So we've got
Clair. Do we do clairgustance?
That's next.
Okay.
Let's do clairgustance next. And then that's clair tasting.
Yeah. And then we'll maybe do clair empathy.
Clairtangency.
Oh, clairtangency.
Because we kind of mix clair empathy and clairsentient together.
Yeah, I guess we kind of did.
Okay, so we'll do clairtangency, which is that will be a fun game because we can both bring something in for a loved one, and that's psychometry, holding an object and seeing if you can tap into the energy from the object.
From the object, yeah.
And Tyler Henry, this famous psychic medium, Hollywood medium, is really good at clairtangency.
Yeah, he'll ask the client to bring something.
I've done that a couple times in readings.
I want to try that because that's a strong one for me, but I haven't said like, hey, do you want to bring something specifically?
So I don't personally have a lot of items from past loved ones, but I know some of my friends do, so I can gather some items
maybe
for
grab
you.
This.
You gather some items for me.
And I have a lot of family members. Okay.
Yeah, so we will, I mean, immediately just got your brother.
Well, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm going to try and throw you off, though, and bring some others. Because she's able to read my brother quick.
I know, I've got him a couple times since you've been here. Yeah. I'm like, there he is.
I love that. I've been thinking of him lately, so that's probably why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sweet.
All right. Well, we are signing off. My name is Kalina Converse.
And I'm Kaci Carlson.
This is
Medium Mixology.
Bye, guys.
Cheers.